Welcome again to our weekly Marketplace Influencer. For today's guest, he's the Deputy Director of Anti-Red Tape Authority. He just actually medyo bago pa lang siya, kaka-join pa lang niya. But he'll share more about his experiences and what they do also. And same time, he used to be a lawyer for working in international justice missions. And he wrote a book on Philippine laws and jurisprudence on human trafficking. Actually, we have the same last name, pero we're not related. Baka sa multiverse pwede pa, pero sa dito, not related. So without further ado, let's welcome our ARTA, which is ARTA Director, Attorney Jedrek.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. And Tommy, thank you for inviting me for this interview. All right. So I'll start with, I'll talk about my work.
Yeah, share more about what you do sa ARTA
okay.
or Anti-Red.
All right. I'll take this opportunity to discuss the Anti-Red Tape Authority. Kasi po, bago lang po itong ahensya na tinatawag na ARTA or Anti-Red Tape Authority. Ito ay nag-start pa lang nung si Presidente Duterte kasi pag nakinig kayo sa kanyang last SONA, di ba? On every SONA niya, actually, binabanggit niya, nagalit siya sa mga mabagal na proseso ng gobyerno. Di ba? Kung may pabagal, marami daw pumipila sa isang government office, nagagalit siya. Sabi niya, hindi dapat yon. Di ba? Itong last SONA niya, binanggit niya ulit, di ba? Kung may nakita daw siyang mga pila, pabagal-bagal, serbisyo, pwede raw sampalin. Very exaggerated si Press. Pero he is really, I think even when he was still mayor, he makes sure na kahit sa Davao, mabilis yung mga transaksyon sa government office. Ayaw niya nakikita. Pag nakikita niya mapumipila daw, it's anecdotal. He will just go to the office and kasabihan niya yung mga tao doon. Bakit pinapapila at pinapaantay yung mga tao. So yung talagang idea ni Presidente in public service sa government, dapat mabilis. When you ask for a clearance, a certificate, a permit, dapat ilalabas agad yan ng office, dapat walang delays, ganoon. So pero sadly, 'di ba, we all I think face this, 'di ba, Tommy? I'm sure ikaw din. Nakaranas ka rin ng a form of what we call red tape. Red tape yung pampabagal, 'di ba? Burdensome sa tao, nagpapahirap na hindi dapat. So yun yung dapat i-address. Yun. So ang ano ko diyan, nga the SONA and the advocacy of the president, gusto mapabilisin ng government service. So that's why he urged Congress na magpasa ng batas na tinatawag na Ease of Doing Business Act. It is amending our anti-red tape law, which is, meron na to way back 2008, meron na anti-red tape. Pero pinalakas ang mga provision nito. So ayon sa bagong batas na to, yung Ease of Doing Business Act, which came out 2018, ang isa sa pinaka-importanteng aspeto rito, yung government service, may date na, may timeline. Dapat tinatawag na 3720 rule. Ano itong 3720, Dapat yung mga simpleng transaksyon, yung mga tinatawag na yung hindi na kailangan siya ng pag-isipan, dapat 3 days lang, Ilabas na. Pag kumpleto requirements ng mga nag-submit, ilabas na within 3 days. No reason to have it extended. Yung 7 naman, 7 days, yung tinatawag na complex na kailangan pang evaluate, may evaluator. So, allowed ka at least 1 week or 7 days. At meron naman highly technical or kailangan talagang to specialize, skill or training just to evaluate, So, pinapayagan na 20 days. So, 3720 yung ating government service. So, halimbawa, pumunta tayo sa City Hall, pangkaraniwan dyan, di ba? Business permit, or certificate. Hingi tayo. So, dapat, actionan agad within ang permit nga, dapat considered, lang yan, simple transaction. Basta kompleto lahat. Requirements, bayad. 3 days, you should have it, released. So yun yung konsepto natin ng Ease of Doing Business Act or Anti-Red Tape Law natin, which came out in 2018. So 3 years ago pa lang to. Dahil dyan nabuo yung ahensya ng Anti-Red Tape Authority. So yung ARTA yung nag-regulate ngayon, sa mga government offices that they have to perform their services within those time frame. Kung hindi, pwedeng magreklamo ang taong bayan. At pag nagreklamo sila sa amin, and pag meron talagang ebidensya na may pagkukulang sila, pwede kami mag-file din ng case sa ombudsman or sa Civil Service Commission or sa korte kung kinakailangan. Oo. So, ayan, basically that's what we do, no? Yung government to make sure that delivery of government services are efficient.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you for sharing that. At least, kasi right now, especially with the toxic kasi yung social media, the thing is, we can only see the negative side of probably the government or this and that. But hearing this, it's showing there are good stories also. Na meron naman nangyari, which is the what do you call that law again?
Ease of doing business.
Ease of doing business act. So at least nagkaroon ng anti-red tape authority. So siguro share mo na lang what made you decide to join ARTA?
Ayun. Okay. Before that, I work, mamaya, share ko yung earlier work ko rin sa International Justice Mission. But more recent, I was also a government official. No, I was with the Department of Justice. Then I went to private practice for a while. No, and then biglang lumabas nga itong aking appointment to be appointed to be the director for legal. No, meron kaming head namin yung director general, no. Then we have deputy director generals and we have directors. But yung lumabas ng opportunity, I saw it as an opportunity na to really make a difference din kasi it's a new agency, no. And yung idea kasi nung ARTA, it's really transformative. It's something new that really would really shake up, no. And really, ang gusto ko dito, yung objective talagang ma-improve ang ating services sa government. And in turn, it will greatly improve, no, the economic and welfare of the nation. Kung mapabilis serbisyo sa gobyerno, di mapaganda, di ba? Maraming ma-attract na investments, mag-engganyo magnegosyo. Ito all lead to nation building. So I see it's opportunity to contribute kahit paano, no, sa ating nation building. We know that kailangan talaga natin, no, sa country natin. We really need to improve, no, in several aspects. So that's how I saw it, no, Brother Tommy.
Okay. So right now, at least maganda rin I guess I get to hear good stories of people joining the government because of wanting to serve. Hindi naman kasi minsan talagang we assume everyone's the same, but that's not the reality. Maybe because we get to see certain news na talagang negative naman. Kasi yun naman talaga sa news Anything negative sells. Anything good, parang boring pa sa yung medyo magandang news. Boring yan. Pag negative, it sells. So it's nice to hear that we have ARTA, you mentioned about the Ease of Doing Business Act, as you shared about the wanting to serve kasi pwede naman private practice na lang. Why join it? Why join the parang yung stressful environment of serving people? Kasi nisip ko pag government, it's a thankless job. Parang mas marami pang reklamo kaysa sa thank you. Kahit ang daming ginawa na, pero dahil may reklamo, there are more complaints. Siguro share mo na rin, you have a book actually, you publish in Central Books, which is Philippine Law and Jurisprudence on Human Trafficking. What was the reason that made you decide to write this book?
Alright, thank you Tommy, na tama naman yung sinabi mo kanina. Segundahan ko lang din na a lot of people join the government because they have the heart to serve. Kasi pag wala talaga yung heart to really serve, wala it's not about really money or prestige. It comes down to, you really like to contribute, no, to the betterment of society and all that, no. Ayun, sa book ko naman, I thank you. I use this opportunity also to ma-promote din yung aking book. Okay, very quite technical, no? Kasi meron po tayong batas din on what we call anti-human trafficking. Yung human trafficking, malaking problema rin po ito worldwide, no? Kung napanood niyo yung Taken ni Liam Neeson, 'di ba? Alam mo ba 'yon, Tommy? 'Di ba? Yan yung anak niya napunta sa isang kidnap and then ay dala sa isang ng mga tao for prostitution purpose, no? And na-rescue ni yung bida ng movie. And it became such a hit, no? And that gives a kind of snapshot then of what trafficking is. It's mean to say people are being exploited, no? For different reasons. One of the most common is prostitution, of course, for sexual exploitation. Pwede rin naman organ, to get the organ of the person or to have that person forcefully work, no? Tinatawag na forced labor or slavery. So, marami aspeto to. So, ang bottom line ng human trafficking is persons are being subjected to a exploitative purpose or condition, no? Okay, so again, most common talaga sa atin sa Philippines is sexual exploitation for prostitution or for pornography, no? So that's the short of it. Meron tayong problema dito sa human trafficking, and yan naging background ko kasi when I started early in my career, I went to an NGO called International Justice Mission. It's still very much growing now, no? IJM, if you guys want to check it out, International Justice Mission. So it's an international US-based NGO that deals with human trafficking. Ngayon, they are nakafocus sila sa tinatawag na OSEC or online sexual exploitation of children to stop this, no? Marami nangyayari ngayon, sadly, no? Exploiting children using webcam and internet, no? And binebenta yung mga videos and pictures to foreigners or those who are watching, no? Alam natin ngayon, di ba? Like ngayon, Zoom, mabilis lang, di ba? With technology. And there are people who use this for exploitative purpose na kasamantala or all that, no? So very sad, but IJM is on this. The government, of course, the Department of Justice is always on the lookout for this, against this, kasi may batas nga tayo na bawal at ito ay malaki penalty ng law natin, no, sa pag human trafficking. Life imprisonment to pag na-aresto ka, lalo na pag menor de edad ang na ibibinibiktima rito. Okay? So yun, meron tayong batas on human trafficking. I was involved with this. I started with this NGO. I worked for them for a while, and then I went to Department of Justice also. I dealt with trafficking cases as well and mga policies natin, no, sa trafficking. So meron ako sigurong more than 10 years na background dito sa anti-human trafficking. And I really wanted to put all that experience together in writing so that I will be able to share it to others para maintindihan ng tao yung ano ba yung human trafficking na tinatawag, no? Yan yung aking purpose, no? So I began the idea a few years ago to write something, no? But the long and short of that, it eventually came out as a textbook, no, format, kasi that was the format that was I think more suited for. It's more for, actually yung textbook ko is textbook siya, so hindi siya fictional book or narrative, no. Initially gusto ko talaga something more simple, yung kahit sino pwede magbasa niyan para ma-enlighten or ma-aware about human trafficking. Pero maybe the way I write and think, it's really more lawyerly talaga. So at the end of the day, it became a textbook. So it's more for academic, for research purpose, and for mas ganun yung cater to, no, yung book. Kasi ngayon, I continue in the academe din, tuturo din ako. So, and for those researchers who need reference, yan po yung aking pwedeng may offer po. But anybody na interested on the topic can find it also helpful, no? Kasi I place all our laws there, how it originated, kasi galing ring UN, no? United Nations, until nag-develop tayo ng sarili nating batas, and nagbigay ako ng mga illustrations, mga kaso rin na decided ng Supreme Court, no? Yan yung jurisprudence na tinatawag. Parang ko siya, pinaikli ko para mabasa, no, ng mga important cases on cybersex, on yung prostitution of minors, ano ba sinabi ng Supreme Court tungkol dito, no? Oo. Yung may mga naparusahan na, marami nang naparusahan diyan, no? Oo, at na sustain ng Supreme Court ang kanilang mga pagkakulong, no? Yun, nailagay ko dyan sa book. Interested kayo to read. And then, ano pa rin ginagawa natin? I also place yung for added materials, yung nangyayari sa ASEAN. Meron rin naman tayong mga tinatawag na conventions dito sa ating mga neighbors, ASEAN Convention Against Trafficking, and then yung paano tayo ni-rate ng international community, no, when it comes to our efforts against human trafficking. So nilagay ko rin dyan yung ating tinatawag na US Trafficking in Persons Report na lumalabas annually, no, na ito ay nagsisilbing guide or ating mga nag-rate kung ano ba, kung sapat na ba yung ginagawa ng gobyerno natin. So lahat 'yon nasa isang libro, no? I just want to have a complete comprehensive reference anything about human trafficking within the Philippines.
Okay, thank you for sharing that. So that's the textbook Philippine laws and jurisprudence on human trafficking. So before we end, I add one more question kasi you mentioned about IJM or International Justice Missions. Siguro share mo na lang din is, what probably is the most fulfilling experience of working for them? Para sa yung pinaka-fulfilling.
Sa IJM, oo. Marami naman talagang fulfilling experience when I was there because several years ago, yan na isang NGO na nag-start on mga child trafficking, even mga crimes on children, no, relating to children. Sila yung tumutulong, no? Oo. So, fulfilling doon is we see yun nga mga minors that were exploited, no, sadly to prostitution, naitulungan natin mailabas sa ganoong sitwasyon. And after that, they started a new life, no? Oo, they were back, no? They underwent a process, no? And they were introduced back to society, and with the aim of, being productive individuals, talikuran na nila yung nangyari sa kanila, no? And then move forward. Maganda yun, no? There are a lot of success stories, no? That several of these people really after nila yung mga incidents na yon, sumikap pag-aral, magtrabaho, and then they became model and productive citizens. So that's fulfilling, no? In a way, in a sense.
Thank you for sharing that. At least it's just for me, the reason I asked the question kasi it's to get to know the ARTA director, Attorney Jedrek, kasi nakita ko din na, of course, people tend to misjudge people in position or in government. At least you have an idea na may background din. In his case, he's been active in helping the victims of the child trafficking, at least alam nyo din na the reason why what he's doing right now is really the heart to really to serve. So before we end, what's your probably advice, especially nasa ARTA ka na rin, Anti-Red Tape Authority, your advice, especially you are the one dealing with government agencies. What are your advice to the citizens regarding paano nila makakontakt ng ARTA or ano yung mga pwedeng gawin ng ARTA? What they can do?
Sige, for public service then, as I mentioned, kasi pag meron talagang mga delay in the processing of yung mga business transactions or government services, ang advice ko lang, the public should know that pwede nilang ireklamo, no? They are empowered, no, to file complaints cases. Huwag sila yung parang lumang mindset natin, well, ganun naman talaga yan, di ba? Ganun, mabagal, or we have to do some extra legal or illegal means, just to complete our government transactions. Hindi. Sa ngayon, pag may problema, may delay, or someone asking something illegal, in exchange for to complete your transaction, pwede na kayong magreklamo sa ARTA. Ang pagreklamo dito, of course, we now use digital means din, Meron po tayong website. Pwede kayo pumunta sa ARTA website at pwede kayo mag-email sa amin, complaints@arta.gov.ph. Ulitin ko, complaints@arta.gov.ph. .gov.ph. So any form of complaint, no? Eh, ano nyo lang, pasa nyo lang. Oo, titignan, action na namin yan. Eh, of course, dapat yung mga complaints nyo, maganda rin pag meron kayong ma-attach na evidence nyo, like pictures, video, ano man. Ngayon yung Facebook, may Facebook page din na ARTA, no? Pwede nyo i-follow and like. Actually, we receive a lot of complaints through our social media platforms, no? Kasi alam mo naman tayo, no, 'di ba? Talagang mahilig sa Facebook and all, no? Oo, we can use that also kung meron kayo talagang gustong ireklamo, okay? Ano nyo lang din sa ARTA Facebook page. Yan po. Yan yung ating mga pwedeng maitulong.
Thank you for sharing that. Siguro I'll just tag the Facebook page and the link complaints at arta.gov.ph. Complaints may letter T yun.
Complaints may S. Complaints.
Yes,
tama ka.
At arta.gov.ph. Kasi minsan
spell mo na lang sa ano. Hindi papasok yun. Ilagay mo, Tommy. Public service ko na rin yan.
So, at least people know how to report also.
Yes.
Because you're reporting, especially if it's legit, and your reporting is a contribution to our country. Basically, ito yung best way to complain. The best way to, kasi inisip ko, iba yung complain ng tao sa social media lang, hindi nakatulong. But this is the best way to complain because you're helping everyone, our country also. So thank you, Attorney Jedrek Nang. Let me repeat para maalala nyo, Anti-Red Tape Authority. He's our director in Anti-Red Tape Authority para mahanap nyo sa social media. And just in case you're interested to have his textbook, which is published under Central Books, which is Philippine Laws and Jurisprudence on Human Trafficking. I'll probably put that also sa caption, but that's my idea then. I guess because nisip ko, importante din yung topic niyan on textbook niyan kasi we are not a first world country. We are not a very rich country. That's why the exploitation is very high here in the Philippines. Mataas talaga yan. And minsan, hindi na lang yan napapag-usapan kasi we just tolerate it kasi parang as if, normal na yan. And so, one way of really educating everyone on it. So, thank you, Attorney Jed Nang, for your time. And I hope this interview helps. So, hope you join us again for our next interview. God bless everyone.